All right, hello, Boring Review Nation. Nick and Gabe, and today we're here to review the final Joker trailer. We are super excited about it. Man, I can't contain my excitement. Nick, I know that earlier on today you were actually out of training, and I texted you like, whoa, this is dropping. We got to get this done today. Hence the attire. I came straight from school.
Why must we work? So, a little bit of history. 4 or 5 months ago, the first Joker trailer dropped. That trailer has more views than the first Rise of Skywalker trailer. I mentioned that in another video we had. When I watched that first trailer, this channel did not exist, so we don't have a reaction on it. And we're not gonna make up one and pretend like we haven't seen it because we've seen it a million times.
Right.
But when I first saw that trailer, I said to myself, it's a masterpiece.
Right.
It really is. This movie is directed by Todd Phillips, who's most famous for the Hangover movies. You wouldn't think it would translate to a movie like this.
I was nervous about it when they first announced it.
Ooh, I just said, okay, here we go again. But the Joker character is, in my opinion, by far the best character DC has to offer.
Right.
Now, we can talk about just movies or comic books or animated, but the Joker is everywhere. Now, I love Superman. He's got the Superman hat on. I love the Lex Luthor villain, but we have not seen him portrayed or developed nearly enough on film or on screen, with the exception of Smallville. He's great in that. But the Joker, we have him in the Adam West series, which I'm not saying that's the best Joker.
Right.
The Joker's been done masterfully with Heath Ledger and Jack Nicholson portraying their own versions of it.
Right.
The Joker has been done even more masterfully, I would say even, well, maybe not more, but just on par in the animated series.
Mark Hamill.
And a few other voice actors have done the voice, but Mark Hamill is probably the most iconic with that voice.
I even enjoyed the Suicide version of the Joker. It's actually my ringtone. My students.
I was gonna say there's other versions of the Joker that we won't go there.
You know what?
I respect your opinion. I don't hate that movie, but I do not like anything about Jared Leto's performance, and I don't blame him. I blame the writing. He was doing what he could. He tried, but I do not like it.
If they had put all the original content in there that they filmed, it would have been much better. But they went in, of course, and they destroyed it in the editing room, and a lot of stuff got left on the
whatever's left on that table. I personally did not connect with the version of the Joker they were going with there.
Right.
The gaudy, the gangster, the this or that, the smooth talking, kind of weird-esque Joker.
Right.
You can't follow Heath Ledger's performance with that.
I think
Heath
that was
Ledger's
the biggest issue, right?
Christopher Nolan had to follow up Jack Napier Joker from Jack Nicholson, and they did it in a different way,
right,
and they did it masterfully. Jared Leto didn't, but we won't talk about too much with that. My point is the Joker has been portrayed many, many times, and sometimes fantastically, and it looks from that first trailer that Joaquin Phoenix has dialed in to the Heath Ledger, to the Jack Nicholson, to that wonderful pipeline, to Mark Hamill's amazing Joker performances, and I'm hoping he continues it on in the movie.
What I liked the most about the first trailer was that what it did was it was in my opinion, I'm glad you mentioned Christopher Nolan. They're kind of recapturing that realism, that grittiness, and I think that's how you have to do DC movies. It can't be, let's be honest, Joel Schumacher almost killed the Batman franchise. Joel Schumacher.
They had a funeral. He was dead on film. He was gone.
It was bad. It was bad. The Bat credit cards, remember that? And
I guarantee when Christopher Nolan got the rights to do Batman, it was probably the lowest price ever. He probably got it at the pick and save or something.
And it's an adored franchise, so I couldn't believe they did it. But the Joker, to your point, is probably the best villain in all comic books, and he's one of the most interesting characters as well. And I'm just so excited to dive into this trailer, see what they have for us, because unlike you, I know that you say this is the way it should be. I needed 2 or 3. I could watch 4 or 5 trailers before a movie comes out. I don't like it when they make me wait that long, okay?
And we've made you guys wait a whole long time for our reaction. Not watch this new trailer until right now. Let's get into it. Here we go. Boy Reviews!
Cut to my students falling asleep in class.
He just looks so awesome. Now, is that more creepy or is that more
Stop
funny?
bothering my kid.
There you go.
Creepy, exactly. Some random dudes talking to your kid on the bus.
Arthur. I have some bad news for you.
Look at that.
This
And
is
that's
the last
act-
time we'll be meeting.
That's
You don't listen, do you? You just ask the same questions every week. How's your job? Are you having any negative thoughts? All I have are negative thoughts.
love that line.
Look at her face.
And finally, in a world where everyone thinks they can do my job, check out this guy.
When I was a little boy and told people I was going to be a comedian, everyone laughed at me. Well, no one's laughing now.
You can say that again, pal.
Bobby, say it ain't so.
It's so awful, isn't it?
For my whole life, I didn't know if I even really existed. But I do. And people are starting to notice.
Think this is funny? Is this a joke to you?
Beat up.
Murray, one small thing.
Yeah.
When you bring me out, can you introduce me as Joker? Send in the clown.
Oh my goodness.
Oh wow.
Were you disappointed at all by that one?
Stop it. Stop.
Oh my
it.
god. Now, I still rank it behind the first trailer, but that trailer, holy cow, the tone that we liked from the first one is
Right.
still in this one.
Right.
The music matches almost perfectly, and just the close-ups on him and how committed he is in that role. And when he said that line he gave where he said, I always have bad thoughts. I mean,
Yeah.
he's trying to get help.
Yeah, she tells-
and he realizes it's just not working.
He tells her, "You ask me this. You don't listen, do you? You ask me the same questions every week. You know, do I have any bad thoughts?" He's like, "All I have is bad thoughts." You know, so that was delivered fabulous. I'll tell you why I like this trailer better. One, there were rumors on the internet that this was not Joker because they hadn't actually alluded to it and they didn't say Joker other than actually the title, but people, this is not the Joker. Well, he finally calls himself the Joker in it, so I love that part.
You introduced me as the Joker.
I love that part, okay? And I also like a little bit about this trailer that it gave us a little bit more background on the storyline they're going to use. And that's me because I'm such a huge comic book nerd. I've read so many of them. They're probably going to go with the Killing Joke. So he's a failed comedian, and actually there's another comedian who he has his own show, which is actually very similar. They're really doing a really close reenactment of what happens in a comic book, but this is like
different
the
though.
inception.
In the comic book, he's married, and that's a big element of his term.
Yes. But you see, they also gave him a love interest here.
Yeah.
It's Zaza Beetz from
Domino.
She was
Deadpool 2.
awesome in that movie.
Awesome.
And she's awesome in everything she does. I really enjoy her a lot. I can't wait. October is just so far away right now.
But so close.
I need December to get here. I need October to get here.
This movie is going to be a spectacle. I'm saying it right
Right.
now. What I like about that line, once again, how I always have bad thoughts, is this is going to give us a true, realistic progression of a villain. Not just a comic book villain, but a villain in film. And we've talked many times about Revenge of the Sith. I never will buy Anakin's turn.
Right.
Even though we already know he's going to be Vader, I never buy it because it's so quick and it's so convenient. Right here, again, he's trying to get help, or maybe it's state-mandated help, but he's showing up to the appointments, and he's saying, you're dumb. You don't understand. I don't have happy thoughts.
Right.
And without getting too carried away, I'm excited.
I mean, there was another Batman comic which kind of alluded on the same thing, and it was like, we're all one bad day away from being the Joker because life, we have bills, we have kids, we have jobs, and if everything caves in on you at the same time, and you're looking for that help and you don't get it, sometimes the only way it's self-preservation, or the only way to protect yourself is by lashing out and, you know, using that anger instead of keeping it inside. Exactly. Best defense is an offense. So I'm so excited about it. I'll tell you what, it's funny you mentioned, oh man, he gets beat up a lot. In every trailer we see, he gets beat up a lot. That's one of my favorite parts about the Joker. Why Batman's probably one of my favorites. They're not really these superheroed. No, they're average people. But the average person can accomplish a lot. The average person, if you put your mind to something, can do achieve incredible feats.
There's so much to talk about with this trailer, with this movie coming up. We just gotta wait till it comes out, and then you'll definitely hear us talking about it. But I'm super excited. The first trailer was phenomenal. This one did not let me down. I'm glad I waited because it was worth the wait, and can't wait till October. Once again, we're a new channel, Boring Reviews. If you like this, subscribe. Until next time.
Why so serious?
Boring Reviews!